some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Catch in the middle. It's Clay. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside, it's Carr. Quick spin on the run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Carr to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Unloads to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Lawson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake, that name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Finds his big tight end. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Keeps it on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he added the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The run inside. It's Davis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Davis looking to pass. Dumps it to the back. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Spartans will hustle to the line. Davis will throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Davis. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Spartans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Davis looking to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Spartan. Put 6 on the board. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Number 9, set to kick this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Huskies want to move quickly. Throwing, Carr. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively.
Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're...
There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Carr plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Scanning the field. It's Carr. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That one, if he could have held on.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.